the 75th anniversary list just came out, top 75. I'm looking at this list, and I think anybody that played in an era where no black people played should never be on this list. So I immediately looked at Hal Greer, and I'm like, why is he on the list? He was in an affirmative action league. You can't be the greatest if you didn't play against the greatest. How do you feel about that? And who should have been on this list, in your opinion, using your analytics, that didn't make the list?
Well, I get that argument about those guys. I think what I would not have done that they did, and I understand why they did this, which is they decided that all the guys who made the first 50 list were going to make it to this one. I would have reevaluated some of those guys myself, right? That they decided that they were going to do that. Okay. So once they did, there are going to be some guys that I thought were some questionable decisions. So like Bill Walton is my big one. He just never played a full season. Like it's you know, I think he had the one full season in '86 when he was old, and we give him too much credit for it. I wouldn't have.
So he would have been the original Street Clothes.
Yeah. No, he would have. He legitimately would have, but I wouldn't have had him on the 50. And I would not have had him on the 75. Dwight Howard is a guy they left off the 75 that I just feel like there's no excuse in not having him on that list.
Oh,
like,
wait a minute, though. Insane. Hold on. Joining us from a undisclosed location in a bunker somewhere, in an undisclosed place. Let me welcome Mr. Lamont King.
Hey,
Hi.
family. Hey, good to see you.
Hey,
welcome back.
Hey. So we were talking with Brother Bomani about this list that they put out, the 75 greatest players or all-time greatest players. And I said anybody that played when no black people were in the league should be automatically kicked off the list. Bomani feels the list should be updated. You know, they kept the 50 from the last time and they brought them forward. But he thinks that Dwight Howard should be on this list.
Based on what was the criteria?
I don't know. Bomani,
okay.
Why do you believe that
I mean, the dude was 5-time first team all NBA. He has carried a team to the NBA finals already. I want to say he's like 10th all time in rebounds, 13th all time in blocks or something like that. I need somebody to explain to me why not.
Well, if we're talking about centers, I don't think he's top 10.
But that's fine. But we talk about 75 NBA players.
Okay.
He's there. People just don't like him. That's all.
That's what I'm about to say. That's the only reason.
People just don't like him.
Him, Vince, Kyrie is it could only come down to they just don't like him.
Well, I think people like Vince Carter. People don't like Vince Carter.
Obviously, somebody don't because he belong in there.
Yeah, I think
he
so.
got an argument. Like I think Dwight absolutely belongs. Like some people I think got arguments, and some people that I think just like absolutely should be there. Dwight's one where I'm just like, come on. He absolutely should be there. People just like put it like this. If he had retired in 2012 or they had done this list in 2012, he would have made the list. It's just after that, people stopped liking him. And now he's sitting on the outside.
Well, we've seen before that a lot of, likability has a lot to do with how you go down in the record books and how history treats you, especially with these professional leagues. I look at James Harden. And I saw the shock on his face when they told him, and I was like, "You should be shocked. That is appropriate. You should be shocked."
Hold on, you don't think James Harden one of the 75 best players ever?
I do not.
Wow, I don't know what y'all are talking about.
He's
Harden?
He's a pure and terrific scorer, but he's scared to play defense, and his legacy has shown that he's not the best player on the court, not the best teammate. So,
okay,
am I going to give you that based on that? No, I probably wouldn't.
I mean, then you'd have to like go look at that 75 list. Like that's James Harden's room.
Well, yeah. I mean, I looked at who the hell's Bob Pettit? I know I sound crazy right now.
You can't do that.
Bill Shaman. Hold on, Bill Shaman.
You just going to find the old white dudes. I see you.
But they left the 50, so you really can't. There's nothing you can do with that because at 50 there was an argument at the time when they were like Pippen only got there because of Jordan. So there was an argument that it was too early to put Shaq on it. So the 50, you gotta leave it alone and scrutinize the last 25. And that's in that amount of years.
But also don't forget though that they put some guys on that they left off the 50. Like Dominique Wilkins got left off the 50. They put him on. Bob McAdoo got left off the 50. Dennis Rodman got left off the 50. And those guys and I thought they should have, for what it's worth.
Yeah,
and should have left them off.
No, they should have made it.
Should have made it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Especially
All right.
Dominique. And those would make
Woo.
goods. Those will make goods. But they also, I read that it was a 76 actually because of a tie. So they, they could do what they want. They're not bound.
Who makes these lists though?
Exactly.
Well, the
Who-
NBA put together the committee, and then they voted, and then people sent in their 75s.
Were you on the list? Were you on the committee?
No, you had to cover the NBA for at least 20 years to make the list.
Oh, wow.
You used to be a voter.
That's even problematic because if I was covering.
Nah, but you need
sports
people
for-
that actually have a frame of reference for the people that we're talking
No, but
about. Like, I
what
thought
I'm
that was
saying though
appropriate.
is that even those people came in with their biases. Because I remember when I came into the newsroom with the sports department, Brian Burwell was there. Brian Burwell, Rob Parker he was young. Stephen A. came after I left. He sat in my seat. There weren't a whole lot of Black folk covering the NBA. Curtis Bunn came afterwards. Shout out to him. He's now in the book space. I love him. But there weren't a whole lot of us. So the judgment was still through the lens of somebody who may not see us in our fullness. I'm just saying, 20 years, they get to judge. I don't know. It's all of this is fugazi.